Hey everyone, hope you're well. It's been ages since I've done a video and it's a bit weird actually. Every time I put the camera on, I realise just how big my beard's getting, and sat here with it on in front of me at the moment, I'm like, Christ. I'm not going to shave it. In fact, I can't now because Claire bought me a beard grooming kit with like a brush for shaving it, oil to put in it. I haven't put any in today. It's kind of looking all right anyway. But yeah, I kind of thought that was an endorsement. In reality, I think she basically got to like 2 days before Christmas, realised I had asked for nothing, and she got me, it's like a nail grooming kit, a beard grooming kit, some moisturiser because my hands needed a bit of softening up. She's basically helped me, all the little things that I'd been whinging about, she's helped me enhance myself with very low level gifts, which I was absolutely chuffed about. I put some on my arms and everything and was like, oh, this is so nice. I feel so soft. I felt really like, I don't know what's become of me in my older age, but I'm suddenly Mr. I don't know, I like little things like that now. I never would have thought that 10 years ago that I'd get to the point where being able to have tidy nails and smooth hands would feel so good, but it does, damn it. It's all that hard work I do, typing on a keyboard and moving a mouse around all day. It's really roughed me up over the years. You might notice I'm also wearing my glasses in the video for the first time in blooming ages. I had a rather embarrassing visit into Specsavers where I basically walked in the door and said, yeah, I bought these glasses, I was like 9 months ago, and I was certain they had some anti-misting stuff on them that seems to have stopped working, because now midway through talking on camera and they'll just steam up and it'll all be ridiculous and I don't like it. What can I do to stop it? And they kind of took them and went away, and I could hear them talking to someone, and that person was just going, we only do anti-glare, we don't do anti-mist, there's nothing that we can put on them that would do that, we don't sell anti-misting glasses. And she came back to me and said that's not a thing. And I thought, really? I said, well, maybe I had a pair a few years back from somewhere else that did that, but I'm sure that there are anti-mist glasses on sale somewhere. I'm sure I've seen it. And I thought these were a pair of them, but no. So she said to me, what I've noticed is the inside plasticky bits aren't on these. Maybe if you put them on, it will elevate the glasses a bit and solve the problem. I thought, well, no, I took them off at one point because the glasses, they got really weird and bad looking, and I took them off. One kept falling off and it was doing my head in, but the other one just looked a bit rank and I took it off and threw it away. Just the colour of it had gone a bit off, I think, just from whatever. And so she put that on and I put the glasses on, and because I was going in and out hot and cold, it was just still steaming up, and I thought, oh, this is a waste of time. But then once I got home, the whole rest of the day, nothing, absolutely clear as day. What I'm noticing now is my eyelashes keep hitting them. That's the only problem I have, because they're slightly higher up. They're not dropping. I was constantly pushing them. What I'd noticed as well is I keep pushing them with my middle finger. So say that's my middle finger, I keep doing that. Someone's talking to me and I'm pushing them up with my middle finger. I look like I was swearing I'm on the sly. But now they're in place, I'm not misting up. I've done, 3 minutes of video without getting mist along the bottom. So maybe this was the answer all along. I'm pretty chuffed with that. If that problem is solved, then I've solved all of the sheepdog conundrums except my kind of sole purpose in life. That's still the one that is just a mystery to me, other than being a parent and a vlogger and a salesman and all of the various things I actually do. So yeah, that is the small little updates in the world of Sheepdog's face and Sheepdog's glasses. But more importantly, I haven't done a vlog in, a week and a half? Mainly because it was Christmas. I felt like I just didn't want to do it, if I'm honest, to be completely frank. Not because I'm lazy, not because I don't appreciate you all watching me or appreciate the kind of responses in the comments. I just thought, do you know what? It's Christmas time, I'm off, I'm with the family, let's just be together and not do anything but hang out. And it was really, really nice. It was lovely. And Molly's just going to ruin it now by being noisy in the background. Bless her. Yeah, we basically, I got back from my mum's my mum's heart attack the other week, and got back on the Monday and went to work. I felt all bit worried about her because, she had a big heart attack. It was a big issue. But we were going to go down on a Saturday. We decided to put it off slightly and go down on a Monday instead. So the weekend was just kind of prepping all the presents. And Claire and I spent Sunday putting together this big kitchen thing that I did tweet a picture of it. If you want to check it out, I'm at RB6K on there. You'll have to scroll back a bit now. But we spent Sunday afternoon building that while the kids were all out of the room, doing stuff in their rooms. I was really nervous about how we could explain to them that we'd got it early from Santa and all of this, but they didn't care in the slightest. Ben absolutely loved it. Played with it loads. It's pride and joy. He loves just cooking his little meals and making his cups of tea. So Christmas felt like it had arrived then. It was like Saturday was a bit of a wash with, I think we did like Pokemon Community Day, and no, that was the week before, but some sort of Pokemon thing, some sort of films and stuff, whatever. It was a bit of a washout, just sleeping and chilling out. Sunday, building that. Getting ready to go down to Essex. The journey down and back is horrific. I hate it. The journey is awful. But Ollie has more songs in his head that he's absolutely obsessed with at the moment. Teen Titans Go, which is one of the things we spent all day Saturday watching, have a song in it called The Night Begins to Shine. There's a whole episode where Cyborg is obsessed with this song. Could only fight if he's playing this song. It makes him better at his job. All of this stuff. They try and get him to give up this song. He doesn't give it up. It makes him better. Ollie somehow took the message from that this song's the best song ever. I'm going to be obsessed with this song now, like Cyborg. So we were playing The Night Begins to Shine. I think it's by it's like BER. I think the band is. It got to the point where he was going like, Alexa, play The Night Begins to Shine by BER on Spotify, and it would just go playing The Night Begins to Shine, blah blah blah, and then it would start. So that became our song of Christmas. We played it on the way down there about 4 times, on the way back about 4 times. It's now in my, when I drove back from work today, I was singing it on the way out of work. I thought it was playing in the other room then. Alexa didn't hear me, thankfully. If yours started, by the way, sorry, I didn't really think that through. Anyway, it became our family song of the week, which has just replaced the song from Frozen. I think that was the one that was dominating us. Before that, it was the song from Super Smash Bros. He's got a very rocky and cool taste in music at the moment, where he gets obsessed with songs he sees and stuff, and I quite like them. They're getting into my playlist. My playlist is growing and growing and growing based on the songs that he's picking up just at random as he goes about. Emily's songs are always like Ariana Grande and Little Mix and stuff like that, so it's not quite as earwormy or my taste, but Ollie's taste seems to be in line with mine, which is awesome. So yeah, we got down there and it was worrying, bombarding my mum with 3 lively kids, but I think they were all right for her. Bless her, she was just really worn out. She kept going for a kip and stuff like that. It was interesting seeing how she was reflecting on the drama of the week, and it's inspired her to want to start doing things. I'm trying to encourage. She was sat there telling me that she'd been thinking in bed about how she should do a podcast or a vlog or write a book, and I was like, you've basically just joined my conundrum. You've just basically turned into an anxious version of me, thinking I don't want to not do something big. She wants to just like make the most of time now. She's started to think, what can I do that'll be this big thing that'll be worth doing, and jump head first into this project. And I wish I had advice for her, because I still don't ever know what my big project should be. But it was interesting chatting to her about that. Claire was relieved to see her. I think she'd been worried about her. It was quite sweet talking to Claire, because she was worried about her. She told me on the way home she got upset yesterday. She felt a bit emotional, was listening to a song, and she sort of said that it had made her think of my mum being upset. My mum was watching Celine Dion sing, and got a little tear in her eye, and it set Claire off, and just thinking about it set her off, and she just felt a little bit sad about it all. And that set me off, because I'd kind of had a couple of moments in the time since my mum was ill where I'd just panicked. I thought, oh my God, this could have happened, or this, what would have happened if, and all of this sort of stuff. And so it was I never really thought about how Claire felt, and that sounds really selfish, but I was kind of going through it myself. So we had a bit of a thing with that, which was sweet, and it was nice seeing. I don't know, you never really think about it until it happens, but like how much of a part of the family we all they're my family, so they're mum's family, so they're Claire's family, and all of that. It's odd. I still think of Claire's parents as Claire's parents, and my parents as my parents, but actually I talk to them like I've known them forever, and she talks to mine. It's obviously a big deal for her that my mum was ill and she didn't get to see her till then. So it was nice. They all were relieved to see her. It was just fun hanging out with them. I played some board games with them, and I tried to play Subterra with them, which is a board game where you try and escape a cave, but the rules are a little bit, they're not that complicated, but they're more complicated for someone who's never played it before. And it turns out they didn't know what to do, so they're asking me every go, and at the end they said, you basically just told us what to do for an hour and a half, and like it was me moving all 6 parts and all of this. I was like, I didn't think about that. So I want to play that again with them, because it's a great game. But they were kind of like, we've played it now, we got out of the cave, we're all right. And I said, yeah, but that's not the point. We'll have to play it. I have to convince them at some point. So Christmas Day itself, my plan was to play Pokemon with Ollie. We both got Pokemon and we both played Pokemon, but I couldn't get the damn things to synchronize up so that we could raid together and trade together. It turned out after 2 days of faffing around, I was reading Reddit so much, trying to figure out the answer, reading forums, all sorts of stuff. And then it turned out that I'd accidentally blocked my account on Ollie's game, or he might have done it by mistake, I don't know, but when you ask to connect, it gives you a chance to press R to block someone if they're annoying you, and one of us had pressed R to block. Once I realised that, Ollie and I did loads of raids together, we did loads of trading, we got all the Pokemon you need to trade to evolve, we did that. He was quite funny, bless him, because he got the game and just played it non-stop. I had other obligations. I spent time researching and stuff to try and help him out of the kind of bug that was causing us to not be able to trade. And then when we looked at it when we come back, he'd played like 15 hours of the game and caught 30 Pokemon. I played like, I think it was 9 hours of the game and caught about 95 Pokemon. And I had to say to him, Ollie, what are you actually doing? Turns out he's just riding around the wild area, enjoying the view. He's not actually fighting stuff. His Pokemon are all like 2 levels above mine. And you know, he's done the same amount of gyms. And I thought it was really sweet that he'd basically spent 6 extra hours just mulling about, doing the odd raid here and there, bless him. But he's loving it. He feels like I said to him, this is the first time he's had a game actually where he's played all of it. And I've not helped him, I've not done anything for him. He's just cracking on, he's well into it. So that's been perfect for him. I've really enjoyed it as well. You know, I'm not finished it yet, obviously, but it's a cracking game. I feel regretful that I spent so much time getting frustrated by it, because I'm disappointed it doesn't have all the Pokemon available in it, but I feel guilty that I was definitely on Twitter having a little whinge about how bad it looked up front, and it turns out they've smashed it, so well done them. What else happened while we were off? I did realise Christmas Eve, I went around Claire's mum's to wrap the presents just before we left. It wasn't Christmas Eve, it was the Saturday, sorry. And I went to wrap Claire's presents and realised I only had 2. I thought I'd spent enough, like the plan was I'd spent X and I was going to buy some more afterwards because I was getting paid late. And then I thought I'd got like 4 or 5, and when I got to her mum's I only had 2. The other 3 were for my sister. And I was just like, damn it. So I frantically tried to think of things to get. We actually went shopping the next day, and Claire bought some stuff I bought some stuff for Claire that she then sort of picked, and she knew she had about 4, but I thought she needs more than 2 things to open on the day. And she'd revealed at that point she'd bought me some little things, and I was like, damn it, I really need to get her some stuff. So I quickly went on Amazon, and she had some bits on the list that I bought, but we'd been walking around the shops and she kept seeing Colour Brain by Big Potato. I know that Kev mentions them a lot on his channel. They had a Disney edition, and the idea of the game is it says on the back of the card something like the colour of Minnie Mouse's bow, and you have all like 12 colours, and you'd have to pick 2 colours and put them face down, and that's like your go, and everyone else has to do it within 15 seconds. So you'd pick pink and white, put them face down, and then at the end you'd turn your cards over, and if you all had pink and white, no one scored anything, but if someone had put red and blue, then they'd get 0 points, but everyone else would get 1 point, and it'd go like that for however many people get it wrong, you get that many points. So I bought that for her because she thought it looked good. She'd mentioned it in passing, but we didn't get it. So when it arrived, I packaged it all up, threw it under the tree. I was really discreet about it all. I'd managed to get away with it, even though my parents were like, are you going to wrap those presents for Claire? And I'm like, shut up. And they're like, there's stuff arrived for you. I'm like, shush. At that point, Claire's like, why are you shushing me? And I said, I didn't shush you, I shushed Ollie. And Ollie's like, what did I do? And he's getting all confused. And I'm like eviling my dad, going, don't you say a word. And then on Christmas Day, she opened them and she didn't know who bought them for her because it didn't say. She didn't tell me this. So she opened all the presents and she's like, this is amazing. How did this arrive? Wow, I got this necklace, I got this. And then like the next day, I sort of said to her, do you like your necklace? Do you like your game? And she was like, did you get them? And I was like, who do you think got them? Like, I thought I told you I got them. It turned out I'd been so discreet, she didn't even know I'd bought them. So she hadn't noticed either that I'd only got her 2 things in her world. It's my fault for ordering it in the Amazon packaging and not putting a note in it. I thought I had. But no, she had a great time. She got a really big Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts thing and some lights to go in it. She's planning on building that and a few other bits and then having them on a shelf in our room. So basically our windowsill in our room is basically going to be the Harry Potter universe in Lego form. I did say to her she should just sit and film herself building it. Just sit there with a camera on, build the Lego, make it a 50-part series or something, but she doesn't want to be on camera, she doesn't want to do that. That's just my brain work, and I always have to turn everything into some sort of presentation, but I don't do that many things that are presentation worthy. If I was doing DIY, which I never do, I'd want to film it because I think it'd be entertaining, because I'd just be a fool at it. But I just don't do enough. I literally stopped doing stuff like this, play the odd game in a room where I can't film it, and then watch a lot of TV, which I can't really film unless I'm on Gogglebox or something, so that doesn't really work. They'd sue me for trying. But yeah, I was saying to her, if you're going to sit and do this for like 10 hours, you should make something of it. But I don't know. Other than that, what else really happened? We went to Claire's mum's, where we always have our annual quiz that Claire's brother puts on. The first year, Claire and I smashed it. We were a partnership and we won it by miles. So the year 2, they split us up, put Claire with my brother-in-law's partner and Emily, and I was with Claire's uncle. Last year we missed out by a point. This year they beat us by 4 points. I was gutted. I really thought we'd win this year because they kept those teams again. Claire and my brother-in-law's partner and Emily are always Dumbledore's army. We always end up with just a name that someone picks. This year Oliver called us Team Poop, which was lovely. But yeah, we came second by like 4 points. I was very disappointed. I'm determined next year that I should be on Claire's team because she seems to be the magic person that wins. But the ones they didn't get right, I knew the answer to, so we could have ended up with a perfect score if I'd have been on their team, which is probably why they want to balance it for fairness, but still. So yeah, other than that, what else did we do? It was generally just playing games. It was just sitting around, lots of that stuff. The kids had a great Christmas. Emily got loads of Harry Potter stuff. I'm very pleased that I put this, there was a handbag that was basically the letter that Harry Potter receives, his invitation to Hogwarts, has his address on it and a stamp, and that's the you open it, that fastens the handbag shut. She loved that. I put that on her list to Santa. It arrived. It was perfect. She got some like lamps, that potion bottles, just loads of Harry Potter stuff, loads of it. It's her birthday on Wednesday, so 2 days until she's 11, which is blowing my mind. We've got her a very special present that I can't wait for. I actually asked her a question the other week. So if she, I'm not going to say it, just by any chance she might overhear or see this or something, I'm not going to mention it, but I said to her, if you could blah, 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 what would you blah? And she said exactly what we've got her. And I was, it was her first answer, not even, she didn't blink, she didn't question it, she just said it. And I'm excited thinking that I knew it'd be important to her, and I've got her it, and she's going to be well chuffed. So that's going to be great, and it's exciting because it also means she gets to re-gift part of it to a friend of hers, and she's going to love it, and a friend's going to love it, and it's going to be a really good memory for them. So cool. What else? Is there anything else? No, I don't think there is. She's having a sleepover next week. 3 friends. I'm dreading it. They're so noisy. We told her 1, she eked it to 2, and then she got all nervous and said 3. And we talked about it, and then we said, look, who cares? Just do it. It's going to be a nightmare either way. But it turns out the reason she wanted 3 was because she'd mentioned it to one of her friends, that she was having one. And they'd already, and she'd told her mum and arranged it, I guess. I don't know. I think she'd arranged it with her friend, arranged it with another friend, and then another friend had asked her what she was doing, and she talked to her about it. And then she felt like, well, I want all 3 of them to come, but you won't let me. But I've kind of spoken to all 3 of them about it, and she got stuck in this. And I was like, if you'd have just told me that that's what had happened, I'd have been like, that's fine. She wasn't doing. I saw the conversation with the last friend. Her friend asked her, "Are you going to have another sleepover like last year?" And she was like, "Maybe. I'm not sure yet. I'm debating all of this." And her friend was like, "Well, who's coming, and who's going to be there with us, sort of thing." And I thought, ooh, like I know she really wants her to come, but she's kind of, I don't know, but it was interesting seeing it happen and getting her out of jail on it, really, because it's going to be a nightmare either way. They're just noisy, they dominate. We get pizza, they eat it like animals, and then they all hide upstairs, and Ollie gets upset that he can't sleep in the room with them, and he gets upset that they don't include him in the games, but one of them is really good with him and generally tries to include him, and they all do, really. They're quite sweet. They're used to him now. They do try and include him. He's all good. As I say, he's obsessed with that song at the moment. He's obsessed with his games. He's getting into Pokemon Go again. We sat out for about an hour and 20 minutes the other day in the cold with the radiator on in the car because it was like an ice event, which is ironic because it was cold. So we had ice lures on trying to catch this new like snow. It's like a snowflake Pokemon. We did it with like 8 of them. We could have left after 20 minutes, but because the lure was on for 2 hours, I was like, I just want to get the most out of it. He wanted a shiny, which he got, to be fair to him. And yeah, it was like, he said, I really like this now. And I was like, yeah, he's getting back into it. He seems to only like it in the winter when it's less popular. And in the summer he goes off it, which is bizarre, but each to their own. Other than that, I think all we've really done is finish The Expanse. If you don't watch The Expanse and you're into, or remotely into sort of futuristic TV shows, The Expanse is fantastic. We just finished it on Amazon Prime. Such a good TV show. What else have we done? We're just binging. We watched the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which was fantastic as well. They're basically the two things we've binged non-stop. I think I spent a lot of time with Claire just binging TV lately. We're out of TV shows at the moment, and I want to keep it that way. Nothing we watch is on at the moment. I love it. I might play some games. I really want to play XCOM on the Xbox, but I never get the time to do it because it's got a bit gory in places. But I'd like to try and play that in the next week if I'm allowed, which I won't be. Let's face it, I won't be. I'll have to just play Pokemon. But yeah, other than that, all good. It's end of year tomorrow, which is mental. I might do a 2019 retrospective and looking forward to 2020 video, which I know is a bit cliche and a bit played out, but yeah. I don't know, it's content, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so let me know how your Christmas went. What did you get? What was the best thing you got? What was the weirdest thing you got? Who got weird presents? I still haven't really picked a present that I want Claire, so I can kind of sort myself out whenever I want to. I did go and buy a load of clothes. I bought weirdly, I bought probably 10 new tops yesterday and some jeans, some sort of casual trousers and some pajamas, and then I'm wearing this t-shirt that's basically my everything's in the wash t-shirt, which I'm kind of aware that I wear this probably quite often on videos, but it's just a plain red top that I just thought, oh, I'll put that on while I'm home. But yeah, I've massively updated my wardrobe, which I'm quite chuffed about, because I am very aware that if you made a pop vinyl of me, you could, say I was a famous character from a TV show, you could probably make 4 variants and you'd run out of looks. They'd all be wearing the same black jeans, and then it'd be just 4 different coloured t-shirts pretty much, because I own multiples of them, and that's pretty bad. I don't know why. I just don't like fashion or clothes really, but I'm quite relieved I've got enough now that I can probably last a fortnight without doubling up. So Claire could just wash my clothes every fortnight and then I'd never run out, which is not what she'll do. She'll probably still just wash them every couple of days like she does. I'm not speaking, don't tell her what to do. She can do that as she likes. But and we do have other jobs before anyone thinks I'm some sort of monster who just expects her to do it. But yeah, it's cool. I forgot what I was saying. I felt like second guessing myself. But no, I'm relieved. Ollie got well bored, bless him. He hated it in the clothes shop. I felt really mean dragging him through that, but we didn't really have an option. We tried to entertain him. We tried to entice him. It did not work. It wasn't too bad, but there was a point where he went and hid. So Claire went to get him while I was doing something. We looked down and Ben had got out of his pushchair and he'd gone and hid. And Claire thought he'd left the shop, and that was an absolute drama and a half. It was absolutely fine. They'd both gone to hide in the same cubicle bit, but it was I didn't know that I was watching it. It was fine. It was absolutely fine, and he was nowhere near a door. It wasn't unsafe, but we had a bit of a moment where we were like, oh my God. But yeah, all is well in the world. Anyway, I'm waffling now and I'm making myself look terrible, so I'm going to shut up. But I hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good Christmas. As I say, let me know how it went. Let me know your plans for New Year. We're probably going to watch The Hootenanny, which I enjoy it, but Peep Show have made The Hootenanny sound like it's the worst thing you could possibly do on a New Year. We end up usually watching a bit of Jules Holland and whatever else, and the fireworks, and drinking gin, because I got 6 litres of gin for Christmas by the looks of it. Everyone thinks I'm an alcoholic. But yeah, that'll do us. We count down Emily's birthday, and then we get all excited that she's 11 and jobs are good. But yeah, anyway, gonna shut up. Thanks for watching. I'd say bye-bye too many times on these videos. I need to get better at that in 2020. New Year's resolution already. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Cheers.